the midsummer Willamette Valley heat wave and what's going to be happening possibly beyond the 7-day forecast as a special little bonus because, yeah, there might be another heat wave just beyond that. We'll see. I'm still calling that in clown range at this time. Watches and warnings, the biggest thing to note, while the location of the watches and warnings haven't changed, therefore I didn't bother to update the map. They have been extended to Sunday at 9 p.m. like I suspected the National Weather Service would do yesterday. In terms of the setup for the general cool downs, the last couple of days there has been a high pressure situated in BC. This is a little bit further south than it actually is. I'm just using that as a placeholder example, creating a general ridge over us. Again, quick and dirty mock-up of this, but over the next couple of days, it'll switch over to a little bit more troughy, and by Monday, the trough should start to come over us, not be quite over us yet. I'm not expecting rain like we do in the wintertime, just because in the summertime it's extremely difficult to get any rain showers, though I wouldn't be surprised that with said troughiness coming in that the Cascades may have some isolated thunderstorms like yesterday. It would be few and far between though, so just something to keep an eye out for probably on Monday most likely. So just general changes and updates with the forecast. Sunday may be pretty humid just because of the general marine push, as that's when the transition from this heat wave to back to average / slightly below average temperatures will occur. The dew points I'm expecting will be between 65 and 70 in the highest areas. They were about 62 to 63 today at its lowest point. Highs may be approaching 100 in some areas. I do not expect it to hit 100 though. Typical, just for reference, a typical heat wave in the Portland area in the Willamette Valley, the dew points are between 35 and 55. For reference, the dew point pretty much is a better indicator than relative humidity to show how humid the air is / how muggy it is outside. So it's just going to feel a little hotter than a similar temperature would be. On Monday, cool off really begins. Marine push would happen in most areas, probably even pushing up a little bit into the Columbia Gorge, not necessarily Eastern Oregon or Washington though, if you're happening to heading out there soon. Again, possible Cascades thunderstorms Monday with the marine push. I'd say probably any given location, 20% chance, probably 40% chance over the entire Cascades at this time. But that setup is a little bit similar to what we saw yesterday with the marine push getting a little further inland and just the leftover moisture being pretty much dried out at the Willamette Valley. No moisture falling over the coast range, and the Cascades providing enough lift to generate that convection. That's just quick and easy version of that. So just on to the 7-day forecast quickly. I'll keep this one pretty brief by my standards. I'm still expecting 102 degrees tomorrow, I guess today, depending on when you're watching this. Lows right around 70 degrees in the urban core, mid 60s to lower 60s outside. I'm much more confident now that Sunday is going to be in the upper 90s. I've settled on 99 as the high temperature. I do think Portland will be the warm spot in the Willamette Valley compared to the last couple of days where it's tended to be Salem or in that general north central vicinity instead, just because Portland tends to be one of the last places to cool off when it comes to heat waves in general. It's also one of the last places to warm up when it comes to cold snaps. It's just where it's positioned geographically. Monday, cooling off, the marine push really pushes in, probably bringing partly cloudy skies, maybe mostly sunny in some areas. 87 is a high before getting back into the 70s Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and lows closer to 60. But Friday, things start to warm back up again. I'm expecting mid-80s on Friday. Corvallis, similar tomorrow at 100 degrees. In fact, exact same as today, though the marine push should affect Corvallis a little bit tomorrow compared to nowhere, essentially everywhere else in the valley. So that's why I'm keeping it 100 rather than 102 like Portland. Sunday, rain push really pushes in. Corvallis, you should start feeling it by morning. I don't think it'll necessarily be strong enough to keep you outside of the 90s, though you will feel it in terms of the wind. And then Monday really cools off like Portland, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're back to where Portland's temperatures are, and Friday starts to warm up again. Lows around 60 degrees during the heat wave. The reason why I have Sunday into Monday's low the same as Saturday into Sunday's low is the marine push may keep low temperatures a titch higher, so that's the main reason why. It's kind of like an insulating blanket in a way, especially if it's a little bit more cloudy than I anticipate. Lows getting down to the low to mid 50s later on. Now, beyond the 7-day, and this has me a little bit concerned for next week. Now, as a general rule of thumb, I consider anything beyond 7 days what I jokingly call clown range, because the accuracy of any weather data you can find goes down significantly beyond 7 days, especially beyond 10 days. Next Saturday and beyond, I am seeing a possible return to the 90s. If I had to give odds, I'd say right now, greater than 50% chance. I'd say 70% chance. Most computer models have a conservative bias with a longer range forecast. So what I mean by conservative is just closer to average. So the average this time of year is about 83 to 84 degrees, depending on what city you're in. So I wouldn't be surprised that if this ends up being another possible second event of this could be another close to 100 degree. I'm not expecting that at this time, to be clear. I'm just saying it could happen. This is still 8 to 12 days out, though. 30, just as a guide on how bad the computer models do 7 days and beyond and why we take little credit in them, there's about a 30 degree range in models from Sunday and beyond. And as a result, I did mention in previous videos that I would not be doing one not be posting one on Saturday, though this one may be going up at like 12:30 a.m. Future videos may or may not happen as a result, depending on the odds of hitting 100 degrees or more in any particular area in the Willamette Valley, or if an excessive heat warning is going to be issued, I will put out a video. Otherwise, I may or may not. It's just going to be depending on how much time I have with school. If I do need to do another microclimate explanation, though, I will be happy to do that if it affects that heat wave and it's not applying to the same microclimates that we have experienced recently. Otherwise, that is it. Just hang in there these next 2 days, especially tomorrow. Please stay cool out there and take care.